Hey everyone, this is DWS Darius, and we have a lot of amazement coming from this here aquarium. So as always, welcome to another day in the fish room. Few changes since the last time you saw a video of down here. So we have this piece of wood. This peacock bass was fighting with the Oscar, and they managed to get this piece of wood up. So that's up and out of its place. Besides that, I also managed to sneak in a piece of Java fern. It's been in the tank for 2 weeks and they haven't ripped it up. So fingers crossed they could stay a little bit longer. Besides that, this guy down here, Jaguar Dove, by now becoming a little bit finger trained. So if I stick my finger in the water, look at him, right up to the finger. So he's becoming awesome. And then lastly, in this aquarium, first of all, it's much brighter. And it's because up here I used to have a bunch of plants and I took out half of them. So we have more light in this aquarium. And also these guys went and did what I thought was impossible for this current moment. So yeah, if you look closely, you can see all those babies. Got to be 75 to 100 of them. And convicts, they breed like crazy. That's no amazing story. We all know convicts don't require much to breed. But the crazy thing is that these convicts are breeding in a tank with this beast. And they're breeding in this aquarium with him. Also with some of these fish. So right here is a black belt that is about maybe, look at them, the convict attacking them. But yeah, right here is a black belt that's about 2.5 inches. Right there is the sister to my Jaguar Dove down there. And right here is a male tilapia. Back there you can see the reflection of the female red devil. So all these fish in a tank. I have all these mosquito fish up here. All these guys in a tank. And yet these guys bred, and not only that, they're keeping the fry alive. Now what amazes me the most is that when it comes to these fish, it's not just as simple as have babies and see if they survive. These fish, they actually assess the surroundings. They make sure that they're able to have babies. If they're not, they won't. And a good example of that is with the convicts I have upstairs. I have 2 pairs in that aquarium, and because there's just so much going on, there's so many fish that could threaten their babies, they don't have babies. So before convicts and most cichlids, before they have babies, they make sure that they're actually able to raise the babies. They make sure they have a good rank in the aquarium, and then they have babies. So that means these convicts, they've been in the tank for the few weeks that they've been in here, and they've been just assessing the area. They've been looking at the rock work, how they could make a good nest. They've been looking at the other fish in the aquarium, considering whether or not they could defend their babies from these other fish, and they concluded that they were able to do it, and that's the reason why they had the babies. And so far it's proven to be a good decision on their behalf. On my behalf, not so much, because now I'm going to have babies in this filter again. But on their behalf, it's proven to be a good decision because they're willing and able to defend their babies from every opponent, including myself. Now, one thing that we can't leave out is the fact that this big old fish over here has no interest in eating small fish. This is Donos, the mid devil, a mix between the red devil and a Midas. He's about 12 inches, maybe about 3 inches wide, and I'd say 6 inches tall. Now, before I showed you my last video, he was more active, but ever since I took out these plants, the tank got a lot more brighter, and he stays in his corner more. So he's decreased in his activity level, but nevertheless, it still amazes me how I'm able to have this fish in this aquarium with tiny little mosquito fish. He doesn't bother them at all. And then with these baby convicts, earlier you saw when they were fighting, he was directly on top of them and showed no interest towards them. So it's just in his personality to not eat fish, and that's just pretty amazing. Now when it comes to his female, I think that she might eat them if she gets the chance. If you look at her lips, she's more of a natural red devil, a pure red devil, and in the wild they use those lips to dig in cracks, and when they get those cracks, they get snails, shrimp, and baby fish if they can find them. So it's just naturally in her, and I'm pretty sure if she gets a chance, she will eat them, but these guys are definitely making sure that doesn't happen. And besides that, all these smaller fish, they know that they can't even come close to these babies because this male, even the female, will destroy them. This guy, the biggest threat out of these smaller fish is the female Jaguar Dove, the brother, or sister rather, of him down there. And I'm going to call him Adonimus, that's his new name, named after that dinosaur from Jurassic World, but I'll get into that in a different video. Yeah, she's the only threat to them because she is predatorial. She's the reason why I only have 1 male mosquito fish left. This tiny little, focus, this tiny little one right here trying to get females pregnant. You can't see it, but he's extremely tiny. I have more males, but she wouldn't eat all of them. So she would definitely eat a lot of them. But these parents are just fierce. Now look, this guy is stuck in the middle. So yeah, no new story to this channel. I've always been amazed at how convicts manage to breed in some of the toughest situations. It's just maybe this particular setup tops the list of breeding. Now when it comes to the outcome of these babies, I'm going to leave them in an aquarium. But the thing with these convicts, once the babies reach a certain size, they just disown them and the babies are on their own. And when that happens, this female Jaguar Dovi probably will finish them. So this is probably just a temporal thing, but still very interesting. But yeah, that's just something that happened this week. Other than that, everything doing awesome. Loving the clarity of this water in this aquarium. Fish looking good, jaguar smiling, which is a good sign. Aggression among the peacock bass has gone down a bit, but as you saw in my last video, the Oscar and this big peacock bass was going back and forth. And for the most part, it was the Oscar chasing the peacock bass. But yesterday, the peacock bass decided to fight back, and that's why we have this piece of wood floating. So they're still trying to figure out this hierarchy because of all the changes recently. But I am seeing some healing in the fins, which is a good sign. These two peacock bass slightly less aggressive towards each other, these two smaller ones. But yeah, just a day in the life. I guess I'm gonna finish off this video with a quick feeding, since this guy is just waiting for food. And this guy once again is becoming one of my favorite fish. So what I do is drop a little pellet, and he already got it. Okay everyone, that's been today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.